Welcome to the Meditation Nest, Bedtime Stories for Adults. I'm Beth Buttram, your host and narrator. Here, stories become gentle meditations designed to help your thoughts unwind as you slow the tempo of your life and embrace the night ahead. I invite you to slow your breath, soften your thoughts, and find peace as you drift into sleep. This is your time to rest, reflect, and dream. Tonight's story is called The Cloud Whisperer. It takes place in an imaginary and magical city that drifts high above this world, where rooftops catch the sunrise and the streets are made of mist. Here, every soul learns to listen to the wind, to find comfort in the slow rhythm of the sky. This is a story about stillness, kindness, and the quietness of letting go. Feel the presence of gentle calm as you listen. Once upon a time, high above the turning earth, floated the city of Aurelia, a glimmering world suspended on the breath of the heavens. From the ground below, it appeared as something almost imagined, a soft shimmer of light, half hidden in drifting veils of cloud. But for those who lived there, it was home. The streets were paved with white and gray stones that held the warmth of sunlight, and lanterns strung from curved archways swayed with the breeze. Gardens bloomed in marble terraces where flowers opened their translucent petals to drink in morning light. Everywhere, the air carried the faint perfume of rain. And among the people of Aurelia lived a woman named Liora, the Cloud Whisperer. Liora was graceful, her movements calm as drifting mist. Her hair, long and pale as morning clouds, framed a gentle face marked by eyes the color of distant rain, quiet, reflective, and kind. She wore robes of soft flowing linen, pale as the city's own marble, and often walked barefoot, feeling the warmth of the stones beneath her feet. Liora's small home stood at the edge of the city, where the clouds thinned and the endless blue of the sky stretched outward in every direction. Her window was always open, framed by climbing vines and pale sky flowers that shimmered faintly even in shadow. The clouds came to her at twilight, seeking comfort. Inside, the home radiated a quiet warmth that soothed all who entered. Sunlight spilled across the polished marble floor in gentle pools, scattering soft reflections onto the whitewashed walls. Low shelves, carved from driftwood, worn smooth by the tides, had delicate jars of rainwater and small stones gathered from the highest terraces. Cushions in muted blues and grays lined the window seat, inviting both the clouds and guests to linger in tranquil company. A woven rug, soft as morning mist, comforted each step, and the air was always laced with the subtle sweetness of blossoming sky flowers. In every corner, there were touches of care. A cup of steaming tea set beside an armchair, a folded shawl for cool evenings, and lanterns casting their golden glow as dusk approached. The gentle hush of the outside world seemed to flow inward, making Liora's home a sanctuary of peace and welcome, where burdens could be set aside and hearts could simply rest. Liora often sat at her window as evening softened the air, her hands resting loosely on her knees, and gazed at the wonder of the sky. To most, clouds were only weather. To Liora, they were stories, shape-shifting messengers that carried fragments of the world below. They drifted upward, heavy with laughter, with sorrow, with songs long forgotten. And Liora, with her quiet patience and gentle heart, helped them release what they no longer needed to carry. One evening, a small cloud approached, worn thin by distance. Its edges flickered in the dying light, trembling like a heart too tired to speak. "Come," she said softly. "You've wandered far, haven't you?" The cloud pulsed faintly, a shimmer of silver running through its core. Within it, faint echoes rose, the hush of waves against a forgotten shore, a child's laughter swallowed by distance, a whisper of wind over sleeping fields. "You've carried so much," she murmured. "You can rest now." Her fingers traced a slow spiral through the air. The cloud brightened, lightened, and then dissolved into drifting light. In its place, the room filled with a faint scent of rain, the perfume of release. This was her gift, not to change the world, but to ease its weight. As night settled, Aurelia glowed softly, lanterns dimmed to amber embers, the city breathing in rhythm with the sky. Liora rose and walked along the winding streets, her bare feet whispering against the smooth stone. People passed quietly, offering nods or gentle smiles. They knew her, though few spoke. To live in a city of clouds meant learning to honor silence, to understand that peace often spoke most clearly when nothing was said. She paused by the central fountain, where children sometimes played in daylight, chasing wisps of vapor that rose from the mist pools. Now the square was still, except for the rippling water that reflected the stars. But the air felt different, heavier, charged. Somewhere beyond the horizon, the sky began to deepen. She turned her gaze outward, and there it was. It was a storm, vast and dark, rising from the lower atmosphere like a living thing. Aurelia rarely saw storms. The city floated too high for weather to reach it. But this one climbed, hungry, alive, filled with an aching restlessness. Liora stood at the city's edge, the wind catching her cloak. The first breath of the storm brushed against her face, cool and damp. Beneath the thunder, she heard the faint murmur of countless voices. This was no ordinary tempest. It carried memories, the accumulated ache of the world below, forgotten dreams, words never spoken, the soft grief of those who longed for peace, and it was rising toward her. She closed her eyes and steadied her breath. The people of Aurelia dimmed their lanterns and gathered quietly in doorways, their trust in Liora unspoken. The city held its breath. When the storm reached the outer edge, the wind roared, but Liora's voice rose steady and low, a thread of calm through the chaos. "I hear you," she whispered. "You've carried so much. You may rest now." Lightning rippled, not in fury, but in recognition. Thunder softened. The air thickened with light, a strange silver rain that shimmered as it fell. She lifted her hands, palms open to the wind. "Release what is heavy," she said. "Let it become light again." And slowly, impossibly, the storm began to change. The great spirals unraveled, dissolving into vapor that drifted upward, then outward, until the sky was luminous again, streaked with the softest gold. The people of Aurelia watched in reverent silence. Far below, travelers on the darkened earth saw the same glow and paused in their journeys, feeling a quiet they could not explain. Liora stayed until the last whisper faded. When it was done, she sank to her knees, her breath sinking with the river of wind around her. Suddenly the sky was still again. At dawn the city gleamed, its towers washed in light, its air cool and clean. The clouds hovered lazily, weightless now, their colors soft as sea glass. Liora returned home, lighting a candle by her window and pouring 2 cups of tea, one for herself, one for the sky. "You did well," she whispered. "We all did." Outside, a small cloud passed by, shimmering like a smile. She spent the morning tending her garden of mist. The plants were delicate things, leaves woven of dew and air, roots suspended in invisible threads of moisture. They sang softly as she worked, a hum too subtle for most to hear. Later, she rested in the garden's heart, lying on the soft ground where the air itself seemed to cradle her. She drifted in that space between waking and dreaming, the same space perhaps where stories are born. And she dreamed. She dreamed of rain falling over forests below, of rivers gleaming through valleys, of children looking to the sky and tracing shapes with their fingers, of hearts loosening, breath by breath as they learned to let go. In her dream, the storm returned, but it was no longer sorrowful. It danced across the horizon, a vast waltz of light and color. Rain shimmered like laughter. Every drop carried a blessing. Every gust carried renewal. When she awoke, the candle by her window had burned low. The teacup beside it was empty, as if the sky had accepted her offering. Liora smiled. She rose, stretched, and opened her arms to the gentle wind. Far below, a traveler stood at the edge of a forest clearing. He had been walking for days, weary and uncertain, carrying the ache of things unsaid. When he looked up, he saw the faint glimmer of Aurelia drifting in the morning light. The traveler's boots were caked with dust, his cloak stained from nights spent beneath open sky. All around him, the forest was waking, leaves trembling with dew, birds calling tentative notes into the chill. The path ahead was lost in mist, but for the first time, the traveler did not feel lost. He paused, letting his tired heart rest, and watched as pale sunlight spilled through the branches, painting shifting patterns on the ground. A single drop of rain landed on his hand, warm, glowing faintly. The traveler blinked in surprise. The droplet lingered, shimmering softly, a tiny sphere of light that seemed to pulse in time with his own breath. As he watched, the warmth spread from his palm through his arm, gentle and soothing. The ache eased just a little. The silence around him was filled with something new, a melody barely heard, twining with the hush of breeze and the distant call of clouds. He didn't know it, but the cloud whisperer's song had reached him. Unseen above, threads of mist spun down from Aurelia, weaving dreams into the world below. The song, soft as a sigh, strong as hope, wrapped around the traveler, nudging his worries loose. In that moment, memories surfaced, laughters shared, forgivenesses offered, the courage to speak and the grace to remain silent. The forest seemed to breathe with him, slow and steady, as if urging him onward but allowing him to rest. That night, he would sleep peacefully for the first time in years. Beneath a canopy of stars, the traveler found a hollow in the earth, curling up with his pack for a pillow. The remnants of rain traced cool lines on his face, but it felt like a blessing. Cradled by the gentle hum of distant clouds and the promise of morning, he drifted into a calm, healing sleep, and above, Aurelia shimmered, a silent guardian, watching, whispering peace into the hearts of those who were finally ready to listen. As twilight returned, Liora sat again by her window. The city drifted, quiet and luminous, cradled by sky. She thought of the storm, of how even sorrow could become light when met with gentleness. Every heart, she murmured, is just a sky learning to breathe. Outside, the clouds shimmered in reply. The moon rose slowly, its reflection swaying across the mist, like a lantern carried by unseen hands. And as the floating city rocked gently in the night air, the world seemed to pause, resting, listening, breathing. Liora exhaled once more, her breath mingling with the mist until she became part of it, her spirit one with the quiet rhythm of the heavens. The last sound before sleep was the soft whisper of a cloud saying, "Thank you." The end. The sky is quiet now. The clouds have settled. The city drifts in peace. As you close your eyes tonight, imagine that same stillness wrapping around you, soft, forgiving, infinite. Let the hush of the evening remind you that release is possible even in the smallest moments. Just as the city of Aurelia finds solace beneath the patient gaze of the stars and the clouds surrender to the night, so too can your spirit find rest. Allow each breath to ease the burdens gathered throughout the day, and trust that, like the sky, you are spacious enough to hold both sorrow and hope. In this quiet, may you sense the world pausing with you, breathing beside you, a gentle assurance that you are never alone beneath this vast and wondrous expanse. Sleep well, knowing that each new dawn brings the promise of light, renewal, and the quiet courage to drift, to soften, and to begin again. Thank you for sharing this time with me tonight. Until next time, rest easy and dream well. Good night. As this episode comes to a gentle close and the world outside grows quiet, may you find comfort within your own meditation nest. Let your mind settle softly, cradled in the warmth of peace. May tranquility wrap around you, inviting deep rest and serene dreams until dawn. If you'd like to help keep the meditation nest aglow, please consider buying Beth a cup of coffee by visiting ko-fi.com/BethPodcast. Every small kindness helps the light travel a little farther. You can also access a free weekly blog on Substack.com. Check the show notes for links. Until we meet again, rest in the quiet knowing that you are safely held by the night.